of a video from the main video uploads. This is part two, but I'll give a quick introduction about how we're leaving our comfort zones. We're getting real serious Jedi right now as the leaders of the world, as the dark forces of the world, if you will, step it up as the imperialists, as the control freaks, not cultivators, really start to do some serious wizardry on us. We must start running and galvanizing and building strength in the purification end of the spectrum, us skywalkers. Notice I'm on building tops in the last five of my videos on all the different channels. I'll link them below. Because when we're going to do something, we do it. No, I'm about at 80%, to be honest with you, real quick, before we get into the next segment of this very excellent and important information. All right. 80% of the video making journey. So I've been doing video reps, and my first ones were awful. The worst videos you've ever seen. I somehow, in my younger years, was directly pipelined into this Jedi training where I avoided cameras at all costs. And I got very good of it, all the way to the point when I started pushing record here after being completely invisible on the internet and proud of it for years. I threw that away for one angelic purpose. I I would say at least, right? You know. So yeah, so then I come on the internet and I hit record, and the crazy magical effect. It's this interestingly wizardry type of thing to metaphysical realities such as the thing that controls you. I know I'm not Dr. Seuss, but when you are illuminated by a beautiful 70 styles gym, all classy, such as this one, right? Definitely look up part one of this video linked right below. All right. So here's the next question that I wanted to ask myself, ask true information, search for, and experiment with to find out the actual truth of, do I want to take a whole rest day in this training camp, or I just completely go non-complacent for 24 hours? Or do I want to at least get in the gym and do some rubber band stuff, some yoga, show up for consistency, for soul fulfillment? Scientifically, for most people pursuing high performance, complete inactivity on a quote unquote rest day is usually inferior to intelligent active recovery. The body generally responds best to stress, recovery, circulation, adaptation, not stress, total stagnation, stress again. There's a major difference between recovery and inactivity. Why light movement often works better? Light activity can improve blood circulation, lymphatic flow, joint lubrication, nutrient delivery. Let me say this again: nutrient delivery, high energy, high vibration, like you see in me. I pop up, because this is what I understood it as. And I got this understanding from a biodynamic genius farmer person who showed me how to work in a cyclic way as far as a very highly diverse alternative agriculture installation in the tropical cloud forest. Links below for that too, by the way. So it is the future, believe it or not, of athletic performance by far. I can show it to you. Please hit me up at BrandonAngelFitness on Instagram and see in the live bubbles that you're learning from another Jedi. Okay, so there's a major difference between recovery and inactivity. Why light movement often works better. Let's go through these again. Circulation, lymphatic flow, joint lubrication, nutrient delivery, nervous system balance, recovery speed, mobility, mood, and insulin sensitivity. It can also reduce stiffness, soreness, lethargy, and inflammation accumulation. Everything is cumulative. Everything is cyclic. Everything is contagious. Scientifically supported active recovery examples. Good rest day activities will be walking, swimming, mobility work. Oh, I have the excellent pool routine. I'm telling you, I have joints like a 15-year-old because of my swimming pool routine. All right, water, yoga, aerobics. It's actually a tough guy thing now. No, by yourself, not in groups. This is the one thing you don't do in group. This is part of the number one recommend I have for you, the vision quest. Alone, nature, as much as possible. In okay, stretching, sauna, and if you don't have a sauna, but you do have a super hot shower, you can cook yourself that way too. Easy cycling, rubber band or cable activation drills, light shadow bike boxing, light technical work, the Jedi ball, remember, womp, 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 blindfolded, the chopstick fly catching, you know, the scientific concept, the key scientific concept, recovery capacity versus fatigue accumulation. The goal is increased recovery without adding meaningful fatigue. That's the sweet spot. The danger of complete complacency, a full day of living around heavy food, screens, zero environment can sometimes reduce your circulation, impair your mood, worsen your stiffness, impair your sleep quality overall, reduce metabolic flexibility, and make the next session feel worse. So, and then, in one way, me and a training partner of mine, see, we hold it down 24/7. You're not going to sneak up on nobody. We've got the gate covered as we take care of business. That's how the Jedi cycle works. And since he does the night shift, hotel breakfast, right? He'll wake up and do breakfast and then go back to sleep. I'm thinking, I mean, bodybuilders actually do that. They actually do that. They get calories at mid sleep, and I'm actually thinking, get you a win off of that, you know. But we will ask ChatGPT in live time at the end of this video as soon as I figure this point. I think honestly he's winning by doing that. Okay, you cannot turn recovery into another hardcore training day. This is where I might fuck up right here. I might start saying, you know what? Fuck that. No matter how violent the storm becomes around us, our inner waters remain calm and we make the best decisions always. Without fail, because this is a highly operational crew right here. Only. All right. Turn recovery into an active training day. And in an active recovery secretly becomes another max effort, another cortisol spike, another ego competition, another 2-hour destruction session. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to really practice that deep breathing, that whisper voice, every kind of stack I can put in to my science of remaining calm and doing this kung fu tai chi masterpiece. Ideal recovery would be better, looser, calmer, more oxygenated, more mobile, more mentally sharp, not crushing it, right? So now I have a diverse system of control and expansion and constriction. And that makes me feel intelligent and dynamic and well rounded and consistently applied. Okay, and we'll finish this up now by asking the sleep question. All right. Are we doing ourselves a favor by getting up after 4 hours of sleep, eating a good plate, and then going back down for 4 more hours of sleep in the training camp? Or is this not a benefit? For most performance situations, waking up after 4 hours to eat a large meal and then going back to sleep is usually not superior to uninterrupted high quality sleep loss. Scientifically, uninterrupted sleep matters enormously. The body cycles through deep sleep, REM sleep, hormonal repair phases, memory consolidation, nervous system recovery. Why continuously matters. Growth hormone rises, tissue repair accelerates, nervous system recovery occurs, glycogen restoration improves, immune repair activates, REM cycles are deepened or can be or lengthened. It could be fragmented by this slow wave sleep hormonal rhythms. The fragmentation could reduce recovery quality, reaction time, testosterone output, glucose regulation, and CNS recovery. However, there are specific scenarios where split sleep and mid sleep feeding can help. Elite endurance athletes. I know a lot of them, like for sure. Bodybuilders in heavy mass spaces, military operations, ultra high caloric demands, severe calorie deficits, multi session training camps. Is it me or is ChatGPT contradicting itself right now? Mo- those caloric requirement become so high that additional feeding will, honestly, I'm going to experiment with this myself. Because scientifically, for your style, you're probably better off prioritizing very deep, uninterrupted sleep. Well, actually, you go if James Bond #1 is going down at 10:30 and he's going till 2, I mean, instead of intentionally interrupting sleep, instead of 4 hours of sleep, giant meal, 4 hours of sleep, you may perform better with 8 to 9 hours interrupted. So it's really saying, I mean, I only get 5 to 7 hours of sleep every night. I can't sleep any more than that. It's because of that elite cycle that I'm on, that circadian rhythm. He definitely, we've got a good strategy on pre-bed strategies. There's protein, hydration, magnesium. You can do the slower digestion foods, yogurt, collagen, eggs, cottage cheese. But I'm always like, take it, give it the resistance. So some mornings I will eat some steak in the morning, man. That's old school shit. Liver and onions for breakfast, man. Raw liver, raw onions. How about that? Can you do that? I can do that. I love it. Now, since Johnny Top showed it to me, I'm telling you, that's a superpower too. There's all these little things stacked together in a strategic nutritional diversity with some serious thought and education and time cycling along and growing. And then, you've got the hormonal balance, the nervous system, the mitochondrial recovery, and the inflation and the inflammation management. I'm processing a lot of calories right now, man. I gotta eat a little bit more right now, man, and I can feel it. And we can vibe code and go by feel, right? and try to put a lot in and then put a lot out. I think that could be maybe the smartest, just at least in the observation of life sense, because you gotta take it chill like a hungry lion for a minute until that opportunity comes, and then you take that opportunity because time is everything in the fight of life, and you better take that opportunity while it's there. Well, all right, guys. Much love. Please click the links below. Like, subscribe, share. Get the ashwagandha, the magnesium glycinate I was just talking about, so you stay mineralized. All right, as well as a multivitamin. Okay, and the CoQ10 for increased mitochondrial support beyond what we've discussed today. Links below. The stuff works. It's good stuff. Let's go.